Wait, the Mexicans in Chicago tried to kill Nip?
We see Ron Pop push him in the back. Nipsey tour bus had a room on the back of him. He pushed him in the back of the room, closed the door. These motherfuckers climbing on the bus, like getting on the bus driver scared, and like, damn.
They were told that if you call law enforcement, what we're doing to you now will only get worse. We'll vandalize your business, we'll burn your business, we will beat your employees, we will kill you and your employees.
The level of lawlessness, ruthlessness that these cartel and gang members displayed are stunning.
I believe in something that's serious as gangbanging, where life and death is involved, where people got decades of death. Bro, I can't count how many of my homeboys I buried and went to funerals. I ain't saying this on no badge of honor. I'm just saying that's how serious the thing has become.
Nipsey Hussle's tragic murder at the hands of Eric Holder shocked the world. But what many don't know is that he had already escaped an even deadlier fate before that. Rumors swirl that Nipsey found himself entangled with one of the most feared and merciless organizations out there, the cartels. Word on the street is that tensions ran high, and whatever went down put Nipsey directly in their line of fire.
6 Mexicans with Crenshaw shirts on came behind. Matter of fact, at the concert, Sean, it was 100 Mexicans with colorful Crenshaw shirts on the south side of Chicago.
If there's one unspoken rule in the streets, it's this: never cross the cartel unless you have a death wish. Their name alone strikes fear, built on a legacy of ruthless violence, power, and pure chaos. And when they locked onto Nipsey, things spiraled fast. We're talking high-speed chases, brutal fights, bullets flying, and a whirlwind of danger that could have easily ended his life, long before Eric Holder ever became part of the story.
And the Crenshaw, we see them, they run into the bus, throw the car in reverse, like what? Man, by the time I'm in reverse now, I'm about to turn the car to get back to alley. The lights is on everybody. It's 6 motherfuckers.
But what could Nipsey have possibly done to get an entire cartel gunning for him? Let's break it down. Back in 2023, Big Folks dropped a bombshell story that left everyone in shock. He claimed that a powerful cartel once had their sights set on taking out Nipsey Hussle, and the reason? It all traced back to a high-stakes robbery. Allegedly, some members of the Rollin' 60s Crips pulled off a daring heist, making off with a staggering 300 keys of H. This wasn't just any robbery. It was a move that sent shockwaves through the underworld, setting off a chain reaction that put Nipsey in serious danger.
He dead now, so I can say it. It's the 60s or whatever, they had robbed the motherfucking cartel for like 300 keys of And they know he traveling and this and that, so he was an easy target. They was gonna him to hurt the 60s type. You see what I'm saying?
That robbery triggered a dangerous chain reaction, one that nearly cost Nipsey his life, even though he had nothing to do with the crime. At the time, he was focused on his music, grinding hard and building his career. But because of his connection to the Rollin' 60s, the cartels set their sights on him. To them, targeting Nipsey wasn't about justice. It was about sending a brutal message to the gang, a message that could have had deadly consequences.
But Nip, they had nothing to do with that or nothing. Like he was telling me, he's like, I don't got nothing to do with that, but the homies back home, they did shit. So it's like the Mexicans was at war with any from around there. They caught you with a white t-shirt on, they was type in LA.
Big Folks revealed that the ambush took place while Nipsey was on tour. During one of his concerts, around 100 men arrived, all dressed in vibrant Crenshaw shirts, merchandise from Nipsey's own brand. At first glance, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. They effortlessly blended in with the crowd, appearing just like passionate fans showing love and support for Nipsey. No one suspected that something was off, but what happened next changed everything.
6 Mexicans with Crenshaw shirts on came behind. Matter of fact, at the concert, Sean, it was 100 Mexicans with colorful Crenshaw shirts on the south side of Chicago.
As soon as the concert wrapped up and Nipsey and his crew boarded the tour bus, what should have been a smooth exit took a shocking and dangerous turn. Out of nowhere, a group of men wearing Crenshaw shirts started charging toward them. But these weren't fans looking for autographs. They were cartel members, and they meant business. Sensing danger, Nipsey's team scrambled to put the bus in reverse, desperate to escape. But before they could react, it was too late. About 6 of the men managed to reach the bus, gripping onto the sides and climbing up like something straight out of an action movie. And that's when chaos erupted. According to Big Folks, one of the witnesses, Nipsey's security, who had been acting tough all night, assuring everyone that nothing would go down, was completely caught off guard. Despite his size and intimidating presence, he didn't stand a chance. The cartel members, much smaller in stature, overwhelmed him in seconds. He was yanked off the bus and brutally beaten right there on the spot. Big folks even joked about the irony, how a guy so much bigger than his attackers got taken down so easily. But in that moment, no one was laughing. The situation was spiraling out of control.
6 motherfucking Mexicans, little they not big and no big goons, but like I say, like a Dewberry standing there trying to talk tough to him. Man, the littlest Mexican, I swear to Jesus Christ, straight out on some Chicago. Bah! Little pack his out, he fall out. Bam, he had on big glasses, and there's ice outside.
As the tension escalated, Nipsey's team wasted no time springing into action. Sensing the imminent danger, one of the men on the bus quickly assessed the chaos unfolding outside. Without hesitation, he grabbed Nipsey and rushed him into a secure back room, locking the door behind them to keep him out of harm's way. Meanwhile, outside, the situation was spiraling into complete mayhem. The cartel members, fueled by rage and determination, swarmed the bus like a pack of hunters closing in on their prey. They climbed over the vehicle, banging on windows, desperately trying to breach the barricade and get to Nipsey. The air was thick with tension, the pounding of fists and shouting creating a sense of impending doom.
We see Rampop push him in the back. Nipsey tour bus had a room on the back of it. He pushed him in the back of the room, closed the door. These motherfuckers climbing on the bus, like getting on the bus driver scared and like, damn.
But Nipsey's crew wasn't backing down without a fight. Big folks made it clear they were armed and ready. As the chaos erupted, they fired back, managing to take down some of the attackers. Against all odds, they held off the cartel long enough to get that bus moving again. Tires screeched as they sped away, barely escaping what could have been a deadly ambush. It's wild how all of this played out, but it's also a brutal reminder of just how ruthless and powerful the cartels are. They don't take betrayal lightly, and their influence only keeps spreading, especially in LA, where they've been embedding themselves deeper into the local gang scene. But here's the thing. The cartel's power isn't just about what they do directly. It's about the control they have over others. Take this for example. One of the biggest busts in recent years exposed just how deeply connected the Mexican mafia is with LA's street gangs. High-ranking members locked up in prison were still pulling the strings, giving orders for violent crimes like murder, arson, and extortion, all carried out by gang members on the outside. It's like a web of crime that just keeps growing, and the deeper you look, the more twisted it gets.
Big crime bust. Law enforcement announces dozens of arrests involving Mexican mafia prison inmates who directed gang members on the outside to commit violent crime.
Operation Los Impuestos wasn't just any ordinary mission. It was a massive, high-stakes collaboration between local and federal law enforcement. The result? A sweeping crackdown that took 39 dangerous criminals off the streets, marking one of the most significant busts in San Diego's history.
The level of lawlessness, ruthlessness that these cartel and gang members displayed are stunning.